This is Phil Bell from Freedomworks on the Daily Mojo with your morning update. Recently, I've been having a lot of conversations about why Republican candidates and conservative ideas have been struggling at the ballot box when voters have an opportunity to decide whether or not they believe in free markets, individual liberty, and limited government, or bigger government and less freedom. Well, a great example of why comes to us from the recent debate over the National Defense Authorization Act. The NDAA, as it's best known, is a piece of legislation that gets passed every year, and every year Republicans object to various parts of it, including the ability for warrantless wiretapping and other forms of surveillance that the FBI and other three-letter agencies that won't let us on their property are able to do to us because they're being authorized by Congress. Well, this year, the NDAA was made even worse, where now some of these three-letter agencies can require providers like your hotel to spy on you through Wi-Fi. Now, that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable to me. It should be unacceptable to all of you, and is a great example of why Republicans are not succeeding. You see, Republicans say, hey, we believe in free markets, individual liberty, and limited government. And I, as a Republican, believe in those things. Well, a great example to prove that you believe it is by voting against and stopping the NDAA. Instead, what did they do? They said, you know what? Every bad provision, we'll leave it right on in there and we'll pass it. Well, that's a great reason why when voters say, well, you told me one thing, but you did another, that they say, okay, hey, you know what? We'll go over and support the Democrats. Why? Because while the Democrats might have a lot of crazy ideas, guess what? If they tell you they're going to do something, they follow through. Now, it's up to all of us to make sure that our elected officials, especially those who claim to believe in what we believe in, stay on the straight and narrow. And the best way you can do that is going over to freedomworks.org and sign up to become a member of our Freedom Teams, where you will find like-minded people who will join you in the fight.
Phil Bell's Morning Update is only on the DailyMojo.com.